Welcome to the Fitness Competitor's Guide. In today's video, we'll be going over a very simple transition, and that is the fish flop. For the fish flop, definitely recommend warming up your neck a lot, so let's go through that first. Look up, look down. So the first thing you want to be able to do a fish flop is just roll backwards. You're going to be rolling a little off to the side over one shoulder instead of doing a somersault backwards. So if you're not really sure what that means, basically we can start seated. I want to roll over my left shoulder, so I'm going to tilt my head to my right side instead. I'm going to roll back, put my knees over, and you can see I went over that shoulder and I come up. So once again, from the side, I'm sitting, cocking my head to the other side, rolling back, pushing, bringing my knees down over that shoulder and coming back up. Step number 2 is not too different from step number 1. We're going to still roll back, of course, but we're going to do it with our legs piked and our feet together. So that'll look a little like this. And to break that down, I'm seated piked. Again, my head is tilted toward my right shoulder. As I'm rolling back, I'm also bringing my feet back with me, and they touch, and I unroll out of it. So the next step is just a slight variation of what we just did, where instead of rolling back and tucking your legs in, you're going to roll back and keep your legs straight the whole time. So that'll look like this. So same thing as always, piked legs, head is off to the side, rolling back, feet coming up, and they go over my shoulder, and I straighten out. Before we go into the actual fish flop, I want you all to first warm up your spine and get ready for that order of having your chest hit the ground first, and then your stomach, and then your hips, and then the rest of your legs, which should be very familiar now because we do this all the time when we practice our chest rolls. So, warm up a little bit, do some little worms first, get into plank position, hop up, and receive the ground. One last drill before we do the actual fish flop is a candlestick. And a candlestick is basically where you shoot your feet up straight to the ceiling, and you're basically balanced on your upper back. So that looks a little like this. You can do it the proper way, whatever, doesn't matter. We're just going to practice shooting our feet straight up. And the reason we want to do this is so that when you're doing your fish flop, you can get your feet and everything over your head and over your shoulders, making it easier for you to unflip, right? There's going to be a moment where you need to switch from being tucked like this to being open. And to do that more easily, you want to be as uncrunched as possible, and having a really good candlestick to shoot yourself up will help a lot with that. So now we're ready to do our fish flop. To do your fish flop, you kind of just have to commit to it. Remember, when you are coming out, make sure you really let your chest hit the ground, touch the ground first, and then your stomach, and then your hips, etc., etc. Otherwise, you will come slamming down and hitting your knees, and that'll hurt a lot. It also helps to have a friend or a buddy who can at least catch you when you're in the candlestick position and help at least lift you up a little bit higher as you try to unwind and unroll. I don't have a buddy today to demonstrate, but maybe one day I'll find someone so I can show you how to spot. I'm going to try to do this slowly, but I probably will have to do a voiceover to actually show you what's going on. I'm going to start in our usual pike position. I'm going to roll back, shoot my feet up. And as I'm coming around, I'm going to, like I do in the normal roll, place my hand and use that hand as leverage to sort of press and unwind. And so I'll show you what that looks like. So I'm going up, bringing my hand around, and unwinding. So the fish flop is a nice transition to have if you are, say, in a seated position and need a creative way to get onto your stomach to maybe do your push-up pass or something, right? So you might start like this. Maybe I just did a pike hold, come up, and now I'm ready for a push-up. All right, that's it for the fish flop. Thank you for watching. If you found it useful, please let me know. If you liked the video, give it a like, a thumbs up, And if you aren't already, I hope you subscribe and hit that notification bell button so that you can be notified of our weekly skill videos. Thanks, everyone. Bye. How when you're flipping out of the flip-flop, so if you think about how you are flipping out of the flish,